Yo, what it do as we roll through your crew? This is motherfucking TeaScholar, and if I hadn't warned you beforehand, I apologize. I'm going to be cursing. I'm going to be cussing during the duration of this. I have a tendency to cuss about things, and that's just how I roll. So we're gonna keep on rolling with that. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a game of motherfucking Pox fucking Nora up in this bitch. We're playing fucking Forsaken Waste because you know how we roll. And it's a non-range, you know, roll some fucking zombies just for the fuck of it, just for fuck's sake. Normally it feels Shadow Shanks and Stitch Tyrant and angry and stuff, but truth be told, there are things to get much more angry about. There are things way much more worth getting angry over. Let me turn the sound down so that way it isn't all in the way of my luxurious, majestic voice. And let me show you how we roll with the zombie team, yo. We're just deploying cheap shit all over the fucking board. And this is what you have to worry about much more than fucking Shadow Shanks and, Haunting Grip and, all that fun stuff. So, I'm going to show you the power of Forsaken Waste Affliction. And, it's pretty self-explanatory. You can see he's opening up here with a fucking Snog V because he's just VIP like that. I'm fighting against a guy named Zeya231. I apologize, I haven't mentioned it already. And, because we're slow zombies, we're just gonna fucking move all slow and shit and be like, yo, fucking chillin'. You can try and go for your font. I'm gonna be up in that bitch. And he's actually not gonna make it, just because I know from doing this before, it's not enough spaces, ladies and gentlemen. He, needs at least like 2 more spaces in order to get into that font. So we're just going to get in position. You notice here, now this is an important point I want to make. You notice right at this turn, he just deployed something expensive after deploying another expensive thing. So he's not going to have enough Nora to deploy something very beefy into that font. The most thing I'm going to have to deal with is that Snog the Ant Bear, and then followed up by the Skeezic Wilder. So I'm going to have to give this wandering zombie something to basically back him up. Now, if I had a dead fairy right now, that would be fucking stupendous. But unfortunately, I do not. And, there are many options here I could go for. I could get the fucking stealthy out, which I don't think would be a good idea with the deafening aura and all that shit. And, we should probably keep in mind that he can stun me at any point with imbue stun. So, because, he could just stun right next turn. Snoggy wouldn't have to move. He could just go right over here and just hit. As a matter of fact, if I were in this font this turn, he would just simply stun me, and then I would just have this champ taking the damage. Now, the thing about that is, that's the point of this champ. He's here to take this fucking damage. So, he's a good tank for what he's worth, if you can position him well enough before he dies to where he can stay in the font. So I'll try and get him around this area, but with the options I have, Afflicted Corpse would be too slow. Flesh Weaver Witch, I barely ever deploy. I don't know why I even run her, but that's a dumb thing to say, because everyone knows why you run Flesh Weaver Witches. Flesh Weaver Witches are perfect for zombies. They just fucking move them all over the place, and they can lose lumbering all of a sudden. It's like, oh shit, your 30 Nora Afflicted Corpse just got in my face, bro, in one turn. What the fuck happened? I thought he was slow. Oh yeah, well, I had my Flesh Weaver Witch out, but that's the thing. Aside from that, and maybe healing or disease breath, depending on what you're running on her, I'm not that much of a fan of that rune, really. Now, notice he didn't deploy anything. This is exactly what I was talking about. I'm going to be able to get into this font nice and smooth. I can keep the trail of zombies coming from this point, and I can actually start getting things that are slow, like Afflicted Corpse out. Because now Corey, or Korif, however you want to call him, call him Corey for short, because he's my little baby. Even though he isn't as good as he was anymore. Oh, just like General Corsian. But don't get me started on that. Basically, Wandering Zombie plus Korif in your font, there's definitely going to be enough time for the Afflicted Corpse to make his way up. And by the time he makes his way up, because he's slow, this Risen Moga is going to make his way up as well, and then I'm going to get something else going along with it, maybe a Lost Queen. Again, if I could get a fucking single dead fairy, this is the worst reveal I've ever had. If I had a single dead fairy, I could just send it right on through here, stop that regeneration. Oh, regeneration not that much anyway, but... And yeah, I guess regeneration wouldn't be a problem anyway. But... Well, I'm about to disease breath it. Because everyone knows that's one of the great things about Korra. he can fucking disease breath some shit. And if you run it at rank 3, it's pretty effective, you know, no matter how you cut it, really. So now this is a difficult position, because if I move too many spaces and try and position right to get the wandering corpse to start wandering the way I want him to wander, he'll die before he gets there because of the deafening aura. So the best I can do here is just go in for a single attack, and he's definitely gonna die. In the meantime, get that disease breath. So, you know, even if he wanders outside of the font somehow, which would be fucking retarded, Korov can go up in there, get the afflicted. See, and now it's just the march of the zombies. And I can play this any way I want to play this. I could just keep deploying meat, but honestly, I feel like I'm in a good enough position here to where I can start getting this engine up. Now, this is something I don't really recommend doing a lot of the time. Just simply getting Mason Spires out and fucking, like, start deploying relics. Because, see, unless if you save up enough Nora to really, like, deploy something like a corpse occult or a fucking corpse pile, it's kind of like, okay, you just deployed your 2 Mason Spires, now what are you going to do? You know, oh, it's my turn again? Alright, let's do something about this. But a lot of players will just leave these Mason Spires alone if you have enough meat on the board, which I happen to have. So, there's a lot of elements to this shit. There's different levels to this shit, my nigga. Oh, why? Ah, he stunned fucking Korov. I did not see that coming. If I wasn't commentating, I would have an easier time navigating, understanding that was going to happen. Now, what I wasn't expecting is he's just going to leave the wandering zombie alive. Now, let me be clear. Understand, my fellow Americans. Oh shit, he got a fucking paradigm out. Okay, so yeah, I'm still in his font, and as long as I'm in this position to where he still technically hasn't really killed one of my champs yet, I'm fucking Strizite. I'm cool. I can start getting some boost shit out. I'm gonna get a fucking boosted disease breath coming out. And I know this is dumb to do after just getting out the Mason Spires, because you figure now would be the time more than ever to get some relics out, to start taking advantage of that, but you kind of want to go along with the flow of how the game's going. And with Korov stunned like that, I kind of want to have to prepare for another push. And he's got a paradigm coming up, and those are pretty quick and cheap and strong. And I don't understand why Sundered Lands is complaining about their runes when they still have a fucking magic melee unit that can go up to like fucking 24 damage in a turn just because you have champs around them. It's fucking bullshit. It's like melee specialist on crack. Spur is such a stupid I'm sorry. I apologize to all the Spur users out there, all 3 of y'all, out of the potential 4 or 5 people listening to this shit right now. So, with that being said, he's going to finally kill, or at least I thought he was going to kill my Wandering Corpse. Oh, he's got Sonic Aura. I always take that out of account. So now he's dead. The cool part is Wandering Corpse doesn't even drop a Nora Globe, so I'm just going to be like, oh, alright, well, that's cool. I can go in for an attack. I kind of don't want to do that. I want to get this. Oh, wait, but I can get the. Oh, shit. Oh, look at what happened here. It appears that because we set this up correctly, I'm going to be able to go in here and fucking disease breath the shit out of him. Not only with the Moga, but also with Korov, with this Lost Queen. And now, having this out, I can start bombing on him with a relic like this. So I'm going to bomb on him with the relic. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get 2 of them out because of that spell decrease. Oh, that kind of puts me in a bad position. It's okay, because I'm in disease breath anyway. 6. Right, okay, 5. Alright, so, alright, we got disease breath. Boosted because of, Regal Presence from the Queen. And now I can actually go in for the fucking swarm, and I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. It's worth it at this point. Ah, what the fuck? Who runs that shit? Honestly, who runs, Ferocity of the Canaan? Who does that? Who runs Ferocity? Are you fucking kidding me? I don't even have a Tomb of Hate in this VG. Ladies and gentlemen, TeaScholar has just run into a brick wall.
Dragon Rush!
Okay, sorry about that. We have to cut for a second because I can only record so long at a time. That'll be something I will possibly fix later on if I feel like it. In the meantime, this is where we left off. He has a Snogvi. He kept his font. He is not dead, even though I'm the one running the faction who should be able to kill anything with auras or some shit like that. I could have sworn these zombies had auras of some kind, because Korif used to have aura before the fucking revamp. This afflicted corpse is too slow. He's one space off from killing him. This is very frustrating. Yeah, this is a very frustrating place to be in, ladies and gentlemen, but I do have my relics out. I do now have more zombies out, thanks to Korif. I am now contesting the font, thank God. And I'm for sure going to swarm Snogvi now. So, I'm just curious if he didn't take into account that I can just swarm him right here. I mean, if he got another Ferocity of Canteris up, I could just, you know, throw the Afflicted Corpse in there and get the aura going. So, is he going to let me swarm? That's quite... No, he's not. I knew it. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to go in here like this. Ah, I should have fucking did the Locust Swarm before getting distracted by Snogvi. That's cool. That's okay. What we're going to do, we're going to move like this. Going to be a little defensive with our Moga because he's going to breath next turn. We're going to destroy this hive with our relics, which is pretty, okay, we're not going to destroy the hive with the relic. We're going to come pretty damn close. And next turn it is going down for sure. I don't know why the hive would be that big of a deal, though, to be honest. So, now that that is taken care of, how many turns is Afflicted Corpse going to be distracted? This turn and the next turn, alright, cool. And now I should probably get this out. So this is a corpse pile. Corpse piles are the shit if you have 2 Mason Spires out, and they just spawn a lot of meat. And if left alone long enough, and just letting the meat march where it needs to go, it can really fuck up someone's day. And he's going to have a straight line to go through right here. So Snogvi is finally not dead because of regeneration. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most bullshit game I've ever played in my life. Thank God this is non-ranked, because I would be embarrassing myself right now. And it's a good thing I'm playing zombies as well, because zombies you can actually get away with fucking around and maybe fucking up with from time to time. And you don't really get that a lot with Forsaken Waste BGs. A lot of Forsaken Waste playstyle is just like, yo dude, if you miss this one small opportunity, you'll be at the end of the match scratching your head like, why did I lose? How could I have competed with that OP shit on that other faction's side? The grass is always greener, but let me tell you what, the grass is greener where you're shitting at. So, I recommend playing a single faction, being a faction-based kind of player, as I am. I recommend other players kind of gain a home style, kind of like a way of living for themselves when it comes to this game. Because if you don't have a home, then what's a house without a home? You know what I'm saying? You know, just like old school. As I get my ass kicked over here. So, this is an excellent display of multitasking that I'm doing here. I'm commentating on a game that I'm playing, and likely losing, I would want to say. Yeah. Oh, that hive is... Fuck. Okay. So what can we do about this? He's used... Snogvi's gonna die. I don't give a shit. Come on. There you... Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Alright. Yeah. You know, there's a golden feeling you get when you swarm a champion you tried so hard to swarm, for one. And two, when you swarm them with a summon champ. And let me just finish my swarming process before I just fucking get killed over here. This double corpse appalled is really fucking him up, though. You know, so it's kind of just like letting the relics do the work. And I'm gonna move this afflicted corpse away. See, and this is one thing I want to mention. Fuck, these fucking sound effects are too loud. When it comes to cheap champs, the tendency is naturally to want to just like send them off to their deaths. It's just like, you know what? This is a cheap champ. I'm just gonna make it do it. Like this Risen Moga. Oh, it's got a disease breath in. That's great. I'm on a time to just send it right on into the fun. You don't always want to do that. Sometimes you want to. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Let me get in this font real quick with my Lost Queen, because if he kills it, you know, last word. Oh shit! There goes some of my zombies. And yeah, like you know, I find it's really important to be capable of moving your cheap champs around in a defensive way in between the times that they can do their gimmick. Because a lot of these cheap champs are there for a reason in your BG. If they couldn't do something like specifically impressive that is basically worthwhile to you, there's kind of no point in keeping them in your BG. And that's just a fact. Every slot is precious, and this is something I preach in the forums all the fucking time. Every slot is fucking precious, and if you have a cheap champ like Afflicted Corpse or Risen Moga in there, there's a reason they're in there. Risen Moga has Disease Breath and is very cheap. A very low cooldown. Afflicted Corpse, very low cooldown, very cheap. But he has Locust Swarm that goes through defenses and it can help. It's like a makeshift Sunder, but it's an AoE and it can fucking. It's amazing. It even hurts relics. Some of these cheap champs have some of the best gimmicks that you can possibly bring to the table, but you would have to know to deploy and run a cheap champ like that. And it looks like I'm winning now, and I'm not trying to be all like, well, look at me, this is me winning, and I'm just talking about, you know, how you win the game in Poxnur as a, you know, Forsaken Waste, and this is my Let's Play. No, I'm trying to give a little bit of insight into just basically how this shit goes on as the game progresses, because there's a lot of shit you can just keep in mind as things going on. And when you're attacking and sending champs after stuff, you can basically keep a chain in your mind of like, okay, this champ's moving here. As he's moving, I'm thinking about what I'm going to do with the next champ and the next champ and the next champ. And these are just things that will have to be done in a late game kind of setup, which thankfully we're not at yet. So I can just continue to apply the pressure. I'm actually going to put a stealthy over here and just see if he notices it. See, now one of these where Mute Stalker, anything with still life, you can deploy it real fast and then end your turn. So it's always recommended you scurry, which I didn't do. I don't need to. I'm winning. You know, you just like get all the shit done you need to get done, and then deploy the still life champ and end turn right away. And then it's just like stealth, and it's very difficult to tell unless if you're listening intently and you're sound whoring on the other side, and you can hear the champ deployment sound. You won't really know unless if you're looking at the combat log, which is why I like to keep the sound on. But for the sake of this recording, I'm had to turn it down. Now, one thing I'm noticing here, we've got a Raven speaker. Once again, where the fuck are my Death Fairies? I have 2 Death Fairies in this BG, and not a single one of them was revealed yet. If I was running one of them, this would just be really a shitty time for me. So this is one of the reasons I also preach in the forums about running specific things ×2, simply because of priority. And the fun thing here is he can just continuously spawn new crows out of my zombies, and I'll just swarm them back into zombies. Now what I'm really curious about is these, oh right, okay, so when you legit swarm a champ, the newly swarmed champ is no longer a real champ. It is a summon champ, and that's one of the changes they did. If not right after the revamp, then it was like sometime after the revamp, I believe so. And this is just it's a little disappointing because swarming champs basically just used to mean a lot more than it does now. In a nutshell, that's what I'm saying. And hold on, let me just. I believe if I get the plague on him from the zombie and then swarm it normal swarm style, if it were a 2×2 champ, it would spawn 2 zombies in its place, and that's really cool. I'm gonna move these zombies back actually, because I don't want them to turn into crows just to fucking turn against me. And let's see, I'm gonna move him kind of precariously over there. I can get my Unholy Tomb out, and it would probably help me a lot in the long run, so I'm gonna want to do that. And since I've got these 2 Mason Spires out, it's gonna definitely help me, and it's gonna be refunded by a lot, so it'll definitely be worth it. I'm gonna put it right here, so it's in the range of both of these things. And I still have Nora left over after that to deploy my... Sorry, once again, another cut there. And again, with the banner here, we have more Nora left over. So these Mason Spires make a difference over time when it comes to specific kinds of BGs. Like, you can make the Mason Spire work with certain things like Stitched, zombies do really well with it. You can do it with Bones, although I don't recommend it. And honestly, I don't recommend Stitched with a heavy Relic Mason Spire play either, because Stitched just aren't as valid as they used to be anymore. Stitch First is something that I'll continuously talk about in the ages to come, about the champ that got away. He could be so much better than he is now, and he used to be so much better. He needs Death Pact and Transfer Life, gentlemen. He does not need fucking 2 forms of Reconstruct. You can just pick one and give him something worth fucking while. That's all I'm saying, ladies. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So, take note that he is sticking out of the range of these corpse assaults, because I guess over time the corpses did start piling up. Piling up. And yeah, these corpses are still rolling through here with some force. Oh, and he's gonna keep on crowing it. And I swear to God, if I had my fucking Death Berry, I'm gonna swoop on in here, hit him with that rabbit, fly away, let him take damage over time, swoop in later on, a couple turns later, hit him again, and he's dead. But I can't do that, because I just now revealed my first Death Berry, and it's kind of too late for him anyway. But I guess it's never too late for the Death Berry. So, another turn before the next Locust Swarm. So we're just going to keep this Afflicted Corpse moving around here, kind of outside of the font, ready to move in, and we're going to move this Infected Corpse up. We just have a chain of fucking summoned corpses coming up right now, and it's just, I don't know what this guy's going to do after a while. You know, it's not looking very good if I were in his shoes. That's all I'm saying, really. Then, look at this, I can kill it with the Corpse Assault. The corpses are really starting to pile up after a while, and what I should do is Moby, so that I can. I'm kind of in a predicament now, to where if I move this Moga to start attacking, not only will the Moga get killed, well, the Moga's gonna get killed either way, I feel like right now. So what is really the best thing to do? I guess the crow's just gonna keep killing, you know, crow speakers just gonna keep making crows, so I'm just gonna keep on spawning over those crows, and yeah, I guess, fuck it, I'm gonna Disease Breath, and I'm gonna get another Afflicted Corpse out, because it boosts Disease Breath, and disease in general. Oh, we've got this Stalker coming in, and I'm actually just gonna, like fucking start stacking up as much meat as I can on one side, and then I'll just attack him on this side. And if he responds really strongly to a shrine on the turn that I do that, I'll deploy some stuff up here to give him something to fight at, and then all of my mass forces over here will just continue pile driving shit into his font. So he's just, it's about pressure and keeping the pressure on in any little ways you can do it. And there are different ways to do it. Like with a stealthy, you can move into anybody could do something like this to keep the pressure. But the thing is, if you don't do certain things, like keeping pressure on both sides, or at least having the option there, and just keeping certain things in mind when it comes to general gameplay tactics, like font, who's in control, and where are your champs at, and shit like that, it makes a big difference. And if anyone needs to hear this, it's probably the newer players. And he just killed my only real champ there that was available to contest the font, so he legitimately has the font now, but I still have all these zombies around here, so what's he gonna do about it? And now he's giving himself more regen. Okay. With that, it's time to get out the Death Berries. Oh, he's gonna boost both of his wielders with Dragonic Force. This the spell Taint. I have not run Sundered Lands in so long that I just simply start to forget the names of these spells, but indeed, Taint. Taint is a good one. So what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to move this Stalker right here. He's just out of the detection zone. If I don't move him, next round, I'll be able to double tap his avatar, and then end turn, and he'll go right back into stealth, and I can do it again on a later turn. And, Oh, this is tough decision here because it's a matter of who's he gonna crow next. Who's gonna be the next crow? So I'm gonna try and keep some kind of control on who the crows are, and I'm just gonna simply latch on. And this is something that is often is basically left alone when it comes to zombies or sometimes even spirits and haunting grip. It's like, oh, you can latch on to that dude even though you can't attack that turn, but you can still latch on. Sometimes latching on makes a big fucking difference and it can win you a game, no joke. And I don't have enough for my dead fairy yet, so I'm gonna get another stealthy out here. See if he notices it this time. And maybe not. Okay, alright. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like the position I'm in right now because he's got exactly what he needs to deal with my summon units. He's got his font in control. My champs are in full force there, but none of them are real champs, so I can't do shit. Okay, he's fighting these summon zombies pretty hard though. Ooh, the plague victims! The plague victims aren't summoned units! Oh, that's beautiful. That's fucking beautiful. And there's two of them. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so he can crow something, but what is he gonna... Oh, he's just in range to crow the infected zombie, and... Oh, let's see if he does. He did not do it? He's getting mobility? Oh, he's gonna attack. Okay, he's gonna attack once and then go for the crow. Right. Now, here's the thing. That crow is now going to turn into a zombie. And it's going to turn into a non-summoned zombie. And it's going to contest that font. And I could have did it with this zombie if I was paying attention, but I wasn't. And he didn't deploy anything yet. So I'm not really afraid of where I am right now. I've got 2 mute stalkers on the way. I've got the second mute stalker on the way to apply more pressure. So that way I can double tap, disappear, and then have another one show up, double tap, and then disappear. And he'll be like, what the fuck? How? I thought he only gets that boost for 1 turn, with preparation. Oh, so far, this is a very enjoyable game, but I don't honestly know how it's going to turn out. Just being real. It's not looking exactly like I would want it to turn out. And he can just keep cleansing himself. Isn't that some shit? What the fuck was that? He's running unstable power source. Who does that? Who runs unstable power source when you happen to be running a Mason Spire BG? This is bullshit. Fuck! Alright, I'm gonna start double tap. Oh, gotta double tap when I'm done with all my other shit in my turns. What I could do is... Okay, what? Oh, it's just out of range. Oh, it's just out of range! I'm just out of range of being able to corpse appall that fucking unstable power source and do something about it, but I can't. Oh, this game is painful. I'm definitely at this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the point in the game in which you've come so far, you can legitimately say, safe to say, it is impossible to be rolling weed, commentating, and playing this game at the same time. You just simply can't do it right now. Ooh, 9. Ooh! Instant swarming! How is it not instant swarm? Oh, he's SL. He's boost. He's got a defense boost. Alright, I am sorry. That was my bad. I don't want to be anywhere near that crow dude with my summoned zombies. The summoned zombies will simply return when it is time. Does he have an aura? Oh, yes, aura. Okay, so I'm contesting that font now. I'm actually going to send, like, a beater that way. Yes, Abomination. Okay, Abomination, double tap, end turn, and he's stealthed again. So, unless he was really paying attention, he might have been focused here, and he might not have noticed, and he might just say, oh shit, my avatar's smoking, where'd that come from? And it would be too late if he didn't notice right away. Mute Stalker's right there, stealthed. And now I have this other one coming up, and he's going to be able to attack in the next 2 rounds. So, he's not going to attack next round, but the round after that, he's going to attack and double tap the avatar once again, and I might be able to actually then go for the avatar kill. He might not know or have noticed that I have 2 Mute Stalkers out right now. He knows I have 1 out, at least now, because he's definitely going to check the combat log after that if he didn't already know. And now he's going to... Oh, he's going to attack and stun the infected zombie instead of just simply raven tonguing it. That's the weirdest sentence I've said in this entire video. Oh shit! Skeezic Rioter. I'm sorry, we're back. I'm trying to make sense of this shit. Okay. I'm attacking this nigga with the infected corpse. Infected zombie. Boom. He's dead. That nigga is now a corpse, right? This is the exact same shit I just did, only I let him kill the last one with the aura. But he was still plagued. It should have still made a corpse, G. I do not understand. Yeah. So, well, at least we're contesting now. If I get a disease breath in, that would be great. It's not in range. Okay. Well, we can. Oh, and it's not even worth locust swarming yet. Let's just get all our shit in position. Just continue the positional sweeps. Let's not get this nigga all detected and shit while I keep him hidden under wraps right next to the motherfuckers. Thing. Okay, and he's not going to be able to double tap next turn, but if we Moby, he will be able to. And if I Moby next turn without him knowing that he's got to do something. If he doesn't do something about his avatar right now, he's just dead. You know, maybe he's given up at some point. So let me see here. I'm just going to have to keep deploying cheap shit. I can probably get my Death Fairy out next turn. I've got 35 Nora left over after deploying that Afflicted Corpse. So I should be able to finally get my range out. It'll be the first range unit I really have in this game, aside from Corpsepult, and that's a relic. So that is not a ranged unit. Now that unstable power source is fucking me over, and I don't know why or if he used it last turn. Like why he didn't use it at last turn. It seemed like he didn't. So my corpse pile, both of them are still in full flow. They still have at least one zombie left out of each if he doesn't use the power source. Trying to see how much attention he's paying right now. It's a non-ranked match, so he might just say, I don't care about this game. I'm just going to do whatever. Go over here and Magic Blast. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, so he's expecting this abomination to not be able to attack this avatar next turn. But if I Moby... Oh, and he's starting to swarm me now. So he thinks he can fight against the zombie swarm with a Skeezic swarm. And I tell you what, Jack, if I wanted to really play that whole thing out with you right now, I'd get my dead fairies out and start whooping ass. And I can even start swarming these fucking crows with these festering corpses all over again. If I had my dead fairies out, that Raven speaker would have been much less of an issue. And I swear to God, oh, there it is. Oh, and he attacked. Oh, his own avatar took damage from that. Oh shit. Oh, if he doesn't do anything this turn about this avatar, ladies and gentlemen, the game is mine. And it looks like it is. Oh, GG, mate. GG. GG, mate. Now, see, here's what we do. We can attack once here with him. We can come in here and double attack. Oh, it looks like it's GG and I don't even have to Moby. Well, holy shit. I could have Mobied and then really fucked it up, but I guess this is like that's it. Alright, GG, mate. This game, Zeya231, will try to do this another time. I don't know why I went to this accent out of setting, but it's how we roll with the Forsaken motherfucking ways. So don't be a bitch about it and enjoy the experience as it has been so far. And really, my games tend to be much longer than this. But I don't know if you guys really want to see a game that long though. Like if I legit recorded a ranked match, I would be afraid. I would have to have somebody else record me if I'm playing a ranked match, man. That's what's gonna be. I'm sorry. I might do ranked matches, but this shit, yo. As I conclude this video, if you are a developer of the motherfucking Pox Nora, or any of that shit, if you have any control over this shit, turn off the motherfucking tutorial. Don't nobody need that shit. Skip tutorial, I always put checkpoint in the option even if it's right before a game, or if it's right when I log on, I check that shit off and say skip tutorial, which I shouldn't have to do in the first place. But even after doing that, right after a game, it sends me the fucking tutorial thing. And there have been instances where I can't even pause the game to fix the fucking tutorial thing and take it off. Where I have to just relog. That's not cool. So fix it, dog. Fix it, Desert Owl Games. I almost wanted to say Octopi, and that really brought me back for a second. But we can reminisce later. I am TeaScholar. This has been Forsaken Motherfucking Waste. Thank you very much.